Hello, oh God, wait until you've stopped, man.
No, you wait till I stopped, man.
But I didn't know you were still going to keep coughing.
You should know when your friend's going to cough. That's basic rules.
Bloody time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Got a Problem, Mate. It's the 101st episode of all time ever of the podcast ever.
Welcome to 101.
Or as I'm calling it, the program. Welcome to the program.
Do you remember Room 101 with Frank Skinner?
Yeah.
What would you take on
before that? Oh, this is I would definitely, but I feel like it's been put in, but it needs to be put back in because people don't learn.
I don't think that show has any impact on reality.
People don't
society.
learn. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd put the Nazis. No. Of course I would, but I'm not.
Nazis.
But the Nazis, right? People don't learn about that kind of stuff. No, I put people that don't know about, like, tube and train station etiquette. Stop shuffling around in groups. Get on the right side of the escalators. Yeah. How's that still happening in 2025?
In the year of our Lord.
2025.
Yeah. That's right. That's very London-centric.
No, people are dickheads on every type of escalator.
That's true, but if you go outside London, there's no...
Like, why is no one in a rush? I know you think it's Wednesday still because you've done fuck all, but I'm always in a rush. I've got things going on.
I'm always in a rush.
Can I just say to the listenership at home and the viewership of the programme, hello, I'm highly irascible today. If you've not seen this before...
What's that word?
Irascible.
No.
It means easily run. I'm irritable.
Irascible?
Yeah, irascible.
Where'd you learn that?
I know about words.
From where?
Just, I know. I've actually got a very good vocabulary.
Go on then.
Oh, well,
Let's hear some more.
All right. Well, give me a word and I'll try and give you another word for it.
Angry.
Incandescent with rage.
Sad.
Morose.
Hungry.
Ravenous.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Write your words.
We didn't plan this.
To gotaproblemmate@gmail.com.
You think this was in the script? It's not. That was on the fly.
I think it was in the script.
So anyway, basically, a lot of things have conspired against me today. I had a big audition, which if you sign up to the Patreon and watch the pre-show of this episode, right, stop what you're doing right now, go back, put your money into our account, and then you can watch the pre-show to this where I reveal a bit more about my audition, but I'm not going to do it to the general public. Sorry, in case I get the part.
Why are you so aggressive?
Because basically, all I've had is coffee and
walnut bread.
Basically, right? No, but I've had so much coffee, right? I've been so stressed. I've not really been sleeping. I feel sick because I haven't slept that much, right?
Yeah.
I prefer the old days when I'd go out partying and I'd come in with a hangover. Now I've got ambition. It's fucking horrible, man. Anyway, this has been stressing me out because our guest today has cancelled.
It was really sad.
And it was a really big guest.
Yeah, we're very excited.
Yeah. Right, basically, I'll let a bit of daylight in. I don't know, is this gonna annoy any of our new fans?
What if you say who it was?
No, but then so we moved around the order of the episodes to accommodate that. We bumped Richard Herron from 100.
We didn't mean to.
Well, we couldn't count. Right?
I wanted him to be.
So he was going to be our 100th guest. So then it was like, well, he's got to be 99 now because we haven't done 100 episodes. And then what happened was we got an even more, I would say, more widely known guest. Would have been the biggest guest we've ever had on here, correct?
I guess.
What? Who's bigger than Double H?
Let me check who we've had.
No, you know who we've had. We've had Nick Hill. Well, I'll tell you the big hitters.
Okay.
Is Jimmy Famarewa from MasterChef bigger than Harry Hill? Oh, I've said it. It's Harry Hill. Is he?
It depends who you are. If you like food, probably.
If you're Jimmy's mum, maybe.
If you're Jimmy's mum.
Right. Who else have we had on here?
Stevie Martin was a big guest.
Stevie Martin.
She's on.
Not as big as Harry Hill.
She's on Taskmaster.
How many DVDs has she had out?
Should I text her and ask?
Well, she might be one she might not want us to know about. That's obviously not true.
Nick Helm.
Nick Helm, not bigger than Harry Hill, I'm sorry.
Richard Herring.
Well, I don't think he's as widely known as Harry Hill,
okay.
Unfortunately. You got to remember, Harry Hill on TV for about 10 years of TV Burp, it feels like.
Maybe, yeah.
At the peak of the DVD era, had lots of high-selling DVDs.
He does the voice on You've Been Framed.
Yeah, he does the voice on You've Been Framed.
Oh, I bet that's a good... He gets paid well
Nationwide tours. coming out of his backside over the years.
Does he still do tours now?
He's doing one. He's about to do one right now.
Oh, that's why he wants to do
He's got a bigger podcast than us.
What venues?
He just started a podcast.
What's he going to do on tour? Like what?
It's new bits and old bits. So literally that.
Is he going to have that cat?
He's gonna have the cat Stuffer.
Oh, that's cool,
right?
man.
I've actually been invited as a guest to the tour, and this before he's upset me. But now we've got a problem, right? Because number one, we hadn't really prepared anything for the episode. I have pulled out another guest out the bag for today. Yeah. Only coming on for a short while.
That's number 100.
No, I mean, I'm talking about on this actual episode that we're doing very right now.
Yeah, very right now.
Not the one that we did last week that we're doing later.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
See, Harry's caused absolute chaos here. And what's happened is, I had to be like, oh, Harry, man, it was our big 100th birthday special, right? And what's happened is, somebody that I've grown up admiring, and I'm not saying that I'm annoyed at him. You've got to put in his diary. That's what happens sometimes, right? I do it all the time. I'm a bit chaotic. But the thing is, I've gone from like, Harry Hill was like someone that a huge deal to me in becoming a stand-up comedian, especially when I was surreal, like one of the biggest influences on my career, right? What a dream to interview Harry Hill. I'm very lucky that I've been able to gig with him a few times. Don't look at your phone like it's a boring anecdote. I will smash that thing.
I wasn't.
Why are you looking at your phone?
I was checking my battery.
What for?
Because it runs out when I get bored. That doesn't even make sense.
Fucking hell. By the way, I'm putting these on because I'm so tired and I don't want to look tired. I should have put on at the beginning.
We can see your eyes.
Oh no, it's the next episode I'm going to wear them.
Go on.
So, anyway, the point is, right? I've now become like a whiny little pest to Harry Hill.
Yeah.
That's when he gets an email from me now, bugging him about this.
Yeah.
He goes, oh God, Joey Page has emailed me again. But it shouldn't have to be. This isn't my fault. But I've become a bugbear to him.
Yeah.
My wallet just fell out my pocket.
I don't know if you picked that up. That was just a funny noise.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? That's all right.
Just it's been very stressful. I've been trying to get the merch ready for my tour as well, which is a lot of work. I don't know if you've ever.
Yeah.
I've been like Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've been getting onto printers and going, how much for this? And then they send me a price, and I go, no, I found somewhere cheaper. Goodness knows what quality these t-shirts are going to be.
So you're going to you're going to be selling your merch is Timo Werner.
But I've been like, costing it all up, working out the price per unit, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to be on The Apprentice.
Are you sure? Because
feels like I'm on it.
Yeah, it is hard getting the stuff made so that because obviously you got to order loads.
Got to get it in time.
You got to spend a lot of money
now,
up front.
What about this deep fake thing? What's it called? What is it called?
I can't remember. So
Chinese.
The new Chinese, excuse me, AI thing, which is like ChatGPT, but basically DeepSeek. I installed it, but basically it cost a fraction of what it cost to make ChatGPT.
There was a very serious kid at our school called Lackbinder. He was a DeepSeek.
Right. Yeah. Because he was serious.
Yeah, he was serious. And he was also a Sikh.
No,
that was his religion.
Yeah. It's good.
Case like that woke him up.
Excuse me.
So what can we do with this DeepSeek?
It's ChatGPT.
Right.
It's the same thing.
So why don't I just carry on using ChatGPT?
Is it better? It doesn't make a difference. Do you know how much it damages the environment to use these things?
Do you know how much it damages the environment to buy a
what?
Ford Focus for £1,000 with a big dent in the back so that I can carry on doing gigs?
Yeah, but I think this is still more.
Oh, what, by asking it one question?
Well, it's something, I watched this video about it where it's basically because it wastes so much water.
Yeah, but so does avocados.
To cool down the computers.
So does avocados.
Yeah, but I eat avocado.
Yeah.
I have guac.
Yeah, but all of that stuff is bad for the environment.
Guac is bad?
Yeah, for the environment.
Yeah.
It takes like 100 million litres.
Yeah, but this is a new thing, which is just
well, avocados are new.
Avocados aren't new.
To this country, they are.
We had avocados since like 2010.
That's the problem with your generation. Anyway, so what we're going to do instead of having a blockbuster best ever guest is you stuck with us two. We're going to speak to my dad later because weirdly people seem to like that last time we did it.
Yeah.
But most importantly of all, on today's episode of Got a Problem, Mate, we are going to be deciding who. You do it. Who is the best?
Is the best
out of me and you?
Out of him and me.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
So I said to Bilal, come up with 5 things that will help us debate whether or not.
Excuse me. Should we take turns?
Who is the best? Yeah, I think we'll take turns.
All right, you go
and
first.
If there's any dispute, then we're going to throw it out to Ryan and Kay's just to and also let's just have a little Ryan and Kay's the wonderful people that make this show happen, right? And they've got different relationships with us. Like I'm sure they've got a different relationship with you to me. Like for example, I'm pretty sure they're scared of me, but also think I'm a bit of a prick.
Yeah.
But they also appreciate that I work harder than you. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to find out, isn't it? What do you think they think of you?
I don't know. Probably looks like you're not bothered.
Yeah.
But I think everyone thinks that about me.
Yeah.
But I think that's just a demeanor. You know, like Ozil? Mesut Ozil? He had that issue where everyone was like, he can't be bothered. But he was. He just looks like he can't.
Yeah, you're like a sloth.
Berbatov.
You're like a sloth.
Berbatov is another one.
Yeah.
People were like, yeah, does he care? But of course he did.
You're like a sleeping lion.
I'm like a sloth.
Yeah.
That plays
you got sloth energy.
For Arsenal.
Yeah. You're like a sloth that would be just like a sort of generic nice next door neighbour in a sitcom.
That's quite nice.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yeah, I know you would.
Do you want to go first?
Okay. So, let's start with this one. Who? And Ryan, could you keep the score for us? Who? See, they do what I say because they're scared of me. Who would be better in an emergency? Me or you?
Me.
Why
I think I'm just focused, and I'm just like bang, 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 do what I need to do.
Can you give me examples of when you've ever been bang, 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 do what I need to do? Because all I've heard is you've watched 3 Godfather films back to back.
Yeah, but I didn't have an emergency.
And you went into a butcher's shop on a computer game and beat up the butcher.
I did have my downstairs neighbor had a leak.
Mm-hmm.
She's very elderly, and I was in there like bang, bang, bang.
What did you nick?
Some necklaces.
Yeah, I rate that to be fair. And that's why you've got a bad cough, because it's karma.
Yeah.
So hang on, explain this a bit more. You went down into your neighbour's.
Yeah. Someone else. Well, it's a long story, but she thought that I lived upstairs to her. I actually live on the other side. But I went in and helped. I called all the people I need to call. Got in touch with her family.
So explain the leak. Like, how much water was in there?
It was really bad.
What, like flooded?
Sort of like the ceiling was soaked.
It was bowed.
Excuse me?
Was it bowed?
It was wet.
Yeah, but was it like was it under the under the pressure of the water?
Why did you look at your hand?
Because I'm thinking this finger, right? I've found out what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right? You see this bend?
Yeah.
What I've got there, and I don't mind telling you about my NHS medical records live on the show. In fact, I'll save it for the Patreon. No, I won't. I've got a bone tumour growing in my bone.
Yeah.
Right? And their bone is bowed. So I was thinking of that like the ceiling.
Bowed.
I'm fine, by the way. It's fine. There's nothing they can do with it.
So you are dying.
I'll be dead in a week. No, it's absolutely fine. It's not the big C. Okay, everyone?
Okay.
But if saying it is would make you sign up for the Patreon.
He's dying. Like, come on.
He's dying.
Give us £5 a month.
No, it's yeah.
Okay.
But it's bowed. And I was thinking about the ceiling would be like the other way.
So why do you think you're good in an emergency? I think you'd get stressed very quick. See?
But I think sometimes you do need that.
But I think I'm calmer in a better way.
Well, when I got mugged at knife point, I was very calm, but also very edgy, very aggy. I don't think I've told this story on the podcast before.
And why is that useful, though?
Well, but let me tell you,
Okay.
Because I came out of it unharmed. All right? I was walking along. These 2 guys come along behind me. But I was down a residential street. It was like a summer's eve.
Beautiful day.
Still a little bit light. It was.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like thinking, oh, these guys are going to cause me trouble, right?
Yeah.
But they came up, and I'm ashamed to admit it, I was wearing a backpack. Sorry, everyone. And one of them grabbed me by the backpack like an old school bully, and the other one came around the front. Don't start laughing because this is where I get serious. With a big fucking machete.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they said, "Don't move, don't make a noise, give us all your stuff." Right? I remember that line very clearly. I've actually put it in my stand-up, which if you'd like to me turn this story into a bit of comedy, come and see me on tour.
It's the sad bit of his show.
It's not. And anyway, coming up. And so there was like parked cars on one side of me and a skip, right? And I felt the guy holding my bag just loosen his grip. Because I thought, if I give him my stuff, and my laptop in my bag, right? Give him my stuff, what's going to stop him from stabbing me anyway?
Yeah.
And of course, like all of this is like split-second decision making, yeah? Like, right? And so I felt him loosen his grip, and I just darted in the gap between the skip and one of the parked cars, and now I'm in the middle of the road, right? It's a residential street. I start running up the road, and as I'm running, I took my jacket and my bag off because I thought, just let them have it, yeah? But I'm away. And then I realised, like, where am I running? I'm up a residential street. Why don't I just go and knock on someone's door, right?
Yeah.
And so I went up someone's garden path. And I turn around, the guy with the knife has disappeared, and the other guy, as I was running, he threw a bottle at me and missed, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, he's not got anything because he only had a bottle. Again, all of this is like in split-second time. And what happened was, my bag's in the middle of the road. I'm at the end of someone's garden gate, and we're like equidistant from my bag. And I very slowly started edging towards the bag, and he didn't move, and he like backed off a bit.
Yeah.
And I put my hand on my bag, and he's now a bit further away. And I just looked him in the eye and went, "Fucking chicken." And then he went up the end of the road to where his mate was.
Yeah.
And I just shouted, "I know you boys are. You're going to fucking get done." And then I went to the nearest pub and burst into tears. Right? But what I'm saying, so you need a mixture of that needle and a bit of calm. And I think I've got both. I think if it got a bit tasty, as you say in Vet the Guest, if it kicked off, I don't know if you could handle it.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I've not been mugged.
Mm.
So
I
being
have
honest,
3 times.
Yeah. Is that your fault?
Well, because I look how I look. Yeah, I look vulnerable and weak.
that little old lady.
But as the guys here at Got a Problem Mate production team know, I'm a fucking menace.
It's hard to say how I'd react in that sort of situation, so I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I've squared up to people, absolutely.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Have you squared up?
I think I've talked about this on the podcast maybe once.
I'm never really listening when you're talking.
That's fair. There was a guy who drove into my dad's car, and then he was like, it was outside my parents' house, and he was really nasty, being really horrible to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was completely just like ready to, I don't know. I don't really know. That's the thing. But that's more of, it's different because you were by yourself. And I would never get into a thing with a guy if it wasn't like my family, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was massive.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything.
Whereas I think I got away with it a bit, and then I got a bit cocky.
Yeah, you did.
And then all the emotions
Chickens.
came. Fucking chicken. So,
but I think you could get yourself killed very easily. That's
I mean. I do. I agree. Absolutely. But not harmed.
Just killed.
Yeah, just either immediately killed or getting completely away with it. There's no middle ground.
I don't know. I suppose we have to be in that situation together, and then we'll see.
I'd use you as a decoy and run away.
A decoy?
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to throw this one to Ryan. Who do you think?
Depends what the emergency is.
Yeah, that's good.
If it's a medical emergency, I think I'd want Bilal.
Mm-hmm. If it's a crime emergency.
Yeah. If it's a medical emergency, I'll call Harry Hill.
There you go.
There you go.
Paul Sinner as well.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
him. I messaged him about this. He didn't reply. Didn't reply.
Who else on our shit list?
Nah, he's been unwell, to be fair.
Should we call it a draw?
Yeah, okay.
It's not going to be great if we draw all of them, but I think it's.
I don't think we will. Let me do one of mine.
Okay.
Biggest Casio collection?
Oh. I've got more Casios than you think.
Okay, how many?
I've got one that was an engagement gift from my ex, so I don't wear it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've got two. No, my new one's a Casio as well. I've got two.
You got two?
Yeah.
I've got like 6.
Okay, well, I guess you win.
Check that out.
And
very good for the stage.
Oh yeah, it's great when your alarm goes off midway through your sex. You don't know how to turn off the owl beat.
I can now. I can.
Oh, right,
I know
okay.
how to do it. But it's good to set a little stopwatch.
Yeah, right.
Cool colours.
So what, do you win that? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Which one of us is most likely to achieve fame?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I think, to be
got
honest...
proper questions, that's why.
No, I think it's you at the moment.
Well...
But I'm quite low in confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's look at the tail of the tape. Sure, I have had more TV appearances than you, but you have had...
you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on Never Mind the Buzzcocks twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was a waiter in James Redmond's Celebrity Come Dine With Me. Does that count?
What?
With Paul Foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was on Coach Trip, as we all know.
Yeah.
Don't know if that counts. Let's not count reality TV, okay?
Okay. So I can't count Channel 5's Best British Ads.
Oh, well, then we can then. You want to do that?
Okay.
All right. But you have done more... No, you've done actual acting.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, I don't think people care about comedians. They care about actors.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, I'm proud of the
I
acting
had a
jobs
radio
I've had.
show for 4 years.
Yeah.
Nobody listened to that.
Right.
Yeah?
Literally 0.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is embarrassing for you.
Felt embarrassing.
So, but you've been in a film,
Yeah.
which is big. Like, if you're gonna look at CVs,
Yeah, it looks good.
it looks good.
It looks impressive. Such Brave Girls I did
And
last
and
year.
you were the team captain on Fake Reaction through the whole the process where they workshop it and come up with it and do test runs until it went on air, and then they decided that they wanted to have a female instead, and they got rid of you. And you thought you were going to be the team captain a whole series
That
of a
didn't
thing.
happen to me.
Oh no, that happened to me. That's why I'm here.
Sorry, Joe. We want a female. Is
Yeah.
that what they said?
Yeah, it's literally the only thing I couldn't do.
That's why you hate women now.
Yeah, true. But I do think I'm probably more hungry and more cut. Like, if they said, "Oh, we only want one of you," I would push you out the way.
But what? But if we're just...
I need this, Bilal.
But hold on. What?
I
We're
need
just
this.
auditioning separately.
No, I'm just saying. Like, they're like, well, we want to turn Gapham into a TV show,
Right.
but we just want one host.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, fucking.
And who would you replace me with?
No, I'll be the host.
Just you?
Yeah, they only want one of us. I'll be like,
And are there any guests now, or
Yeah,
can I be a guest? Or no?
I'll say
No
yes, but
space.
it'll never come to fruition. A bit like what they did to me on Fake Reaction.
Yeah. What
They
is
said I
fake
could come
reaction?
as a guest.
What is that?
It was a panel show on ITV.
Okay.
Ellie Taylor had a great career from that.
I don't think that's what did it.
Let's get her on and let her talk about that, actually.
Okay.
How
won't
she feels
remember.
about that. No, she wouldn't have known.
Oh yeah. Or
Was
maybe
she?
she did.
Yeah. Maybe maybe she was in the audience of the run through and went, I think I'm gonna.
I'm gonna take that guy's
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would.
I don't. That's a really hard one because you always feel like you're on the cusp.
I
right?
don't.
You don't.
I feel like I'm so far away from it sometimes.
But also, we know that now one little thing can.
Just one video of me like, oh, look at me eating this quiche.
Yeah. If you want to be quiche
Oh,
guy,
this is how a medieval man would eat quiche. If I do that
Yeah.
sketch and that
don't
bot.
give that away.
Yeah.
Quiche guy.
Quiche
Oh
guy.
my god, is that quiche guy?
Let's
Can I get a
quiche guy.
selfie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
great.
don't really like quiche, do you?
I don't mind it. But
Okay.
because I'm working class, growing up, we would call it flan. My mum would be like, I'm making a flan tonight.
Is that working class?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that's just your family.
Okay. But I do think you would be more easy to work with. Like, I think I could get, my brother said this once to some of my mates. He said, if Joe, he uses not my stage name, it's
Yeah.
my brother.
Yeah.
He says, if Joe got famous, he would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. What would be on your rider if you was famous?
That's a good question. Big bottle of water.
Fucking hell.
Chocolate bourbons. Glass of milk.
What are you, like 5 years old?
What's on yours? I haven't really thought about
Cocaine
that.
and hookers? No, of course not. I don't like rugby. I don't like rugby. I'm here all week. See, how is this not? This talent, surely.
I think it's good.
Yeah. No, do you know what I like? I like pizza.
Okay.
Give me pizza all day long.
But I don't know if I want pizza every day.
I don't want it every day.
Also, it's just the thing is because I'd like Pepsi Max maybe, right? But I get a bit indigestion-y and I don't want to have that before going on or in an interval. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was saying like water. So I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. Just a nice bottle of whiskey.
You don't want to have a big...
I don't drink it now, but I could get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I became famous.
So go for it.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to call that me, though. I think I'm going to win that.
Okay.
So it's 1-1.
Excuse me. I'm really sorry about my cough, listeners.
Okay. It's your question.
Who drinks the most cream soda?
Do you know what? When I was younger, I was absolutely mad for cream soda.
Yeah.
But you don't see it so much anymore.
It's around.
Don't tell me you've got... Because I bet you fucking have, haven't you?
I've got a what?
A soda stream.
No.
You're one of them.
I'm not one of those. No. You seem more like you'd have a soda stream.
Well, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with soda stream. My granddad had one. And it was very exciting. Like, he got it, I think, for us grandchildren. You know what I mean? I think it was it. I don't know. I'll ask about that. I can fact check that when we call him up. But Tizer. Do you remember Tizer?
Yeah.
We used to make a lot of Tizer in that soda stream.
How do you make
One
Tizer?
of my happiest memories.
How do you make
Well,
Tizer?
you get the syrup.
You get the specific syrup, right?
And then you get the machine.
Cool.
Yeah.
And is it like
Cream soda was in there as well, for sure.
or is it like the
And
drinks
Schweppes.
you have? Is it like a drink you have at a cinema?
What?
Do you know
Cream
what I mean?
soda?
No, like the drinks that you make in that. Are they like the ones that you get out of the cinema tap?
Well, what would happen is you'd bottle them. So it would be really fizzy. It wouldn't be like weak fizz.
Okay.
It would always be more fizzy than a fizzy drink.
Did you need to urinate very quickly after?
I was
'Cause
a
that's what the
child.
cinema ones are like. They go right through you.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 40. My bladder is...
It's non-existent.
How much cream soda do you drink?
I've been having it a lot lately. I really like it. I can't remember.
But I bet...
There's a blue can, which is really nice. It's
Bar?
a fancy brand. It's not Bar.
Oh,
Bars is not that good, really.
okay.
I like it. It's weird, and it's.
It is
I know
weird.
it's stupid. I know it's stupid.
Should we go out for a cream soda
Let's
after
go.
this?
Let's have a cream
Let's
soda
go out
after
for a
this.
cream soda after this.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be much more combative, but it's actually, I think, bringing us closer together.
I think
who's the best
we're
quiz.
just friends, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. So my problem is I feel like you've got a little local shop near you that sells it.
Yeah.
And you're going in there a lot because it's closer than the supermarket. For me, the supermarket's closer.
Okay, and they.
So
probably don't
I'm
know.
not just going in the local shop
Yeah.
ever. So I'm not seeing it.
We should get some bars limeade and drink that together in the park.
Do you think they sponsor the show?
Bars?
Mm.
Nah.
They must have a bit of cash. The old cash from when
They're
they
not
were the
giving
only
it to us, mate.
drinks company on the scene. We could make it cool again.
Bars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they do Iron Brew? I'm sorry about
See,
that.
you haven't worked out.
I haven't with this
Let's
one.
dock him the point from that one. Okay. Next one. Which one of us, if we were forced to, would be most likely to survive outside of showbiz? Like, if you had to get a real job, or say you witnessed a horrible crime and had to go into witness protection.
Okay.
And start again.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's most likely to be okay with that?
Okay, well, because I had that job as a TA, I feel like
In the Territorial Army. Not the real army.
Teaching assistant. I feel like I could get back into that quite easily,
Mm.
and then even become like a SEN teacher
Yeah.
eventually. It's not that hard. But before I did that, like, because we don't have any CV really.
Yeah, I mean, other than not doing gigs, I don't think my life would massively change in terms of I could still email Harry Hill and he'd get the email and
You
be like,
can't
this
if you're on
guy's a
witness
pest. No, 'cause he'd still be like,
No.
oh, who's this pest?
No, but you've got a new name now in witness protection. You
Yeah, but
can't
he'd still be
just-
like, who's this pest that keeps emailing me?
You're not allowed. I don't think you're allowed to be in contact with Harry Hill anymore.
But he wouldn't know it was me. But he'd still think I was the same type of pest,
Yeah.
I suppose. So it's not going to change that much, No, I think, do you know what some of my happiest days were? It was when I was a waiter. I really was good at getting tips out of people. It's quite fun. I guess it's changed now with service charge. I basically...
Exactly. Where would you work? Angus Steakhouse? In Leicester Square?
I'd probably go... I reckon the tips are good at Bill's.
Do you think? Yeah, it's all right, Bill.
Just like a low-pressure
good
job.
Good starters.
I am not
else-
great at being on time. So I'd have to...
You're not. Do you mean like?
I've got better as I've got older, but I used to be atrocious at time.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, you leave quite early for stuff now, don't you? For gigs and stuff,
yeah.
you leave early.
Because I have to prepare.
So you would work as a waiter.
Maybe, or like I could see myself. I'd tell you what I'd really like to do. I think it'd be quite spooky. It's like drive a freight train through the middle of the night. I bet you'd see some weird shit.
I don't think you see a lot really.
Run
You
over
just,
some cattle.
if you want. I mean, you're still going on the track, right? You're not allowed to swerve off.
I could up and leave. Become like a pillar of the community. I'd be a very eccentric, normal guy, wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? Be like, oh, this guy in Pizza Hut is not quite right. If I went back to my old job at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, he's not quite right.
But I'd be quite gregarious and like, charming. People would be like, actually, I misjudged him. He's all right. And then people would be like, oh, yeah, I hope that we get that weird guy as our waiter again.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're in luck, guys. It's me. What can I get for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I mean,
So I feel like I'm more.
I'd like to run a diner or something. What
I feel like I could have more of a career.
Mm.
You're just gonna sort of work in Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
but I'm tired of having a career. Having a career is tiring, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to just someone tell me where I've got to be and what I've got to do.
Mm.
Shut up and do your work. I'd be like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But then I'd rebel against that a bit and find ways to have fun with inside the system.
Like have a cheeky AirPod in.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take back a bit of control. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think you would. I think actually, what would happen is I would get very unhappy and I'd probably drink myself silly. So
To
therefore,
death.
you are probably better placed to survive in the real world.
I think so, but it's hard. Yeah. No. But it was really hard because of all the comedy and the Twitch stuff and this and everything that I do. That made it really exhausting.
Mm.
But I suppose if I didn't do any of that, then it's
If
easy.
you stopped, then you just.
Then it's fine.
I think after a year, you'd forget about all this.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
And then I'd be flicking through the channels, and then I see the big fat quiz of the year. And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
have to get back out there. Forget about my witness protection.
that could have been me.
Yeah.
Big fat quiz of the year.
And I've got like a handlebar moustache.
I wonder if I went to like Ladbrokes and
Yeah.
said, "What are the odds on me at the age of 40 getting famous enough to be on one of the big fat quizzes of the year
Mm.
as a contestant, not as a question?" I wonder what the odds would be.
I think you can do it. I think if you became
All I've got to do is do that. Oh, this is how a
Quiche
medieval person would eat
exactly,
quiche.
but it does feel like that. If you did get 100,000 odd followers on Instagram,
I reckon Jeremy Beadle would eat a jacket potato like this. Not true, because I put out a reel the other day, a little game show reel, man or potato. Very little uptake on that.
man or potato.
Yeah, people have to guess if it's a man or a potato.
What?
It's always a potato. But it's a man with a man's face. It's always somebody that looks like a potato.
Oh, I see.
This week's episode is Eamon Holmes.
Yeah, he's a potato.
Check that out on my Instagram, pigs.
Yeah, so you should do the quiche thing.
So you're more likely to survive.
I think
think.
so. I
So-
think.
That's sort of 2-1 to you.
Okay.
Mm?
I wrote. I got who likes a nice cheesy pasta bake. I feel like I didn't quite understand what we were doing.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a draw.
Okay.
Because I think I really like it more than you think I do.
I'll make you one. You should bring the
Don't you remember when I came around and your girlfriend made
wife made a
butternut squash pasta?
yeah, she did mac and
Mac and cheese, yeah.
butternut squash, yeah.
With a lot of cheese on the top, and that's why I loved it.
That's the key.
Yeah. His girlfriend sure can cook.
What cheese would you put on a pasta bake?
Well, it depends on what I've got.
Okay.
But it would be good to have a bit of a mix, I
All
think.
right.
It's always good to have a mix.
And what are you mixing?
Ched,
Ched.
Moz,
Yeah.
Parm. Is that-
Parmesan.
Yeah.
Do you like red Leicester?
Yeah.
That's
a good,
that's
good
fun.
mix. Yeah.
That's a fun cheese. That's a good. That's
But this isn't who's going to make the best pasta bake. It's who enjoys it.
who enjoys it the most. I eat a lot of pasta bake.
The problem is I only
very
really want the
cheap.
cheese.
Yeah, it's a very cheap meal these days.
It's a very cheap meal these days.
These days compared to anything else.
Yeah. And what I would say is signing up to our Patreon is the same cost per head as a pasta bake.
There you go. Please do it.
So I think we're going to draw that to a close, even though we've got 10 questions each. I feel like
It's fine.
I feel like that's enough, and I feel like I'm very happy to concede that you are the best.
Oh,
Which is why you're not going to fucking get anywhere in life. You need to be a bit more worse, mean.
mean. Yeah, the rest of mine weren't any good.
So we're going to conclude today's episode.
I wrote who has seen more Austin Powers and Godfather films.
Well, it's you, isn't it? I had one about running a restaurant, but we kind of
Excuse
covered that. And the other bit,
I think you'd be better at running a restaurante.
yeah. Like I'd like to run a cool Mexican brunch spot.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'd like to. Mexican brunch.
Mm-hmm. So, let's have a look at this then. We're going to give, because it was such a success before, we're going to give my dad a quick call.
Is it on speaker? Yeah.
Don't tell me how to use my phone.
You always get aggressive when your family's involved.
Harry Hill speaking.
Hello, father.
Hello, son.
Hi, Mick. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. You?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very sad about the Harry Hill thing, and you just reminded us
What's that? Reminded you what?
that Harry Hill cancelled on us.
Yeah, I don't like being number 13, you know. I'm not normally super sub for no one.
We just thought, let's get a look-alike.
Hey?
Huh? Nothing. How are you doing?
Right. I'm all right, yeah. Just been beat up by my grandson.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I'm hopefully a bit of refuge in the spare room for a minute.
You need to call the police.
There's no way to live hiding in the spare room from a toddler.
Well, I'm not sure if this is how Harry Hill lives. This is the way, I think.
Well, this is what we were hoping to find out. How does Harry Hill live? It turns out his diary is a disorganised mess.
That's right, yes.
Which, you know, is probably why I enjoy his comedy, because mine's similar. So you can't really have a go at him because I forget about things.
Oh, yeah, well, I forget about things.
In fact,
Nothing to do with comedy, it's to do with old age.
I forgot to tell you that we're going out with Tom on the 10th. You're not invited, sorry.
Who's
Bilal,
Tom?
my brother.
Oh.
Who's not invited?
Bilal's not invited.
He can come.
He's not one of your sons.
Hey?
He's not one of your sons.
I'm like one of
He's
his
similar.
sons.
He's similar.
Yeah.
He can come.
Yeah, but Dad, he doesn't drink because of his religion.
Oh, what about if we would have gone? Oh, because you ain't been drinking, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to drink, do you?
I will be drinking. This Harry Hill thing's tipped me over the edge.
Oh,
I
right.
had half a bottle of wine last night. It tipped me right over the edge.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One day short of dry Jan.
Oh, you should have gone out with your mum.
Oh.
It would have been the same. You're both over the edge.
So, as our most valued watcher of the show,
Yeah.
we've got your YouTube analytics, and I think you've watched more than any other viewer or listener of the
What did that
podcast.
mean? What was that one you just said?
Analytics, don't worry about it.
I think I've
Stats. Oh, you're a football man. Stats.
Oh, right. No, I thought you were saying else. Well, put ointment on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Little bit of cream and it was all right. It went away.
So we thought that basically it might be nice of you to wish us 100 happy 101st birthday.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And is that the longest you've done a podcast for?
Oh, easily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
So it's all going good.
Yeah, I mean, I've even ever done 101 gigs.
Of course you have.
I have, of course I have.
Yeah.
And do you have any advice for us going forward?
Advice?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
what would you like to see in the next 100 episodes other than more fans?
I would like to see, or hear, should we say. Yeah,
We're not getting Jim Davidson on.
No. Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but there you go. But it's a matter of opinion, isn't it? So, what I would say, is you do more problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
We do need to do more problems.
Because that is that's the title of the show.
Yeah.
The
problem is this lot, I'm not going to put you in with them because you're family, but this lot that watch and listen to this, they're very lazy and thick. Like, their problems, you can't even make sense of them sometimes. It's like they don't know how to spell or write. Or no, they're just very lazy at getting them into us.
Well, now what you got to do is the hard work.
Yeah.
And make some up.
Oh.
No, we're not going to question the integrity of this podcast.
Hey?
We're not going to question the integrity of this podcast. Like, that's the sort of thing that gets you sacked by the BBC.
Well, that'd be handy then, wouldn't it? If you got a sack by them.
That would mean I'd had a job there.
Yeah. Well, that's my answer to it. I'd say more problems. However you have to get them, then you've got to get them, and that's it.
We've got to get them.
Get them and solve them.
Yeah. I might go and start hanging around in pubs. That's where people have problems.
That sounds like the solicitors.
Yeah.
Get them and solve them. Yeah. Yes. I'm working on behalf of.
I'm working on behalf of Get 'em and Solve 'em. We could become solicitors, Bilal.
Yeah.
Bilal's ready for it.
Yeah.
Bilal's ready for a change of career. He's like, yep.
Well, you're breaking up a bit now. Go on.
No.
What's happening there?
I said Bilal might be looking for a career change, so he bit your hand off when you suggested he become a solicitor.
Right, hang on. Bilal might be what?
Up for changing his career.
To what?
Well, solicitor by the sound of it.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always handy. Lots of money.
We'd also like to apologise to you for calling you short.
Short
on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Short, was that short as in abrupt, or short as in height?
As in like a whiskey.
Yeah.
In height.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice then, is it? Because I've got feelings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I also just confirm that you're definitely not in the bath today?
I'm not in the bath. I'm in Tom's, your brother's spare room.
Yeah. Do you want to give out the address live on it? No, don't do that.
No, well, I won't be able to because I don't know what it is.
Just know where it is. That tells you everything you need to know about my dad. He doesn't know what, but he knows where.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's along the road from the Volunteer.
Yeah, that's a pub.
If you go the other way, it's by the Camden.
Well, everyone knows now.
The other way. Go the other way is the Golden Line. That's it.
Okay.
It's in the middle of 3 pubs.
Yeah.
Can find that.
Yeah.
And I only know that because I used to live here myself, see?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Oh.
Where I was born on.
They
had to guess the weight of the baby competition in the local pub for me.
Yeah.
And my dad won it because he knew.
And I had inside information.
Yeah.
That was nice, that was. £6.10, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, £6.10.
That's a good weight.
And I think I won 100 quid.
There you go.
Wow.
I didn't see any of that.
That was good money in them days.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that, 40 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 40.
Did I mention it's my 40th birthday today on the podcast?
You know your age,
Yeah,
right?
I'm 40.
Why'd
yeah.
you have to work that out?
I've already told you I'm so tired. I've been very stressed today, Dad. Have you got... Here's a problem for you. How do you deal with stress?
Right, at this moment in time?
Generally.
Well, at this moment in time, in general, I like to lay in the bath and look up at my ceiling.
Oh, yeah. All right. I don't think we've talked about this before. So when you go into my mum and dad's bathroom, turn on the light, the whole ceiling is a light. It's like panels.
Oh.
But it's a picture of the sky.
Oh.
It's like light blue sky and clouds.
Oh,
it's
right.
like the whole ceiling of the bathroom.
And it's a soft light.
No, it's very bright. It's like you're under interrogation.
Oh, yeah. But we've now got cannabis growing in there.
Which does relieve the stress.
Yeah. So that's it. But what I'm doing at the moment, I go to the swimming pool.
He does.
As many mornings as I can. And I do me lengths up and down. And hopefully...
How many lengths do you do?
And then I do 10 to 12 lengths. And then I'll get out and go in the sauna for 15 minutes.
Mm.
Then I'll get back in and I'll do 10 to 12 lengths. And then I'll go back in the sauna and then I'll have a shower and I'll come home. And I'll sit in the sauna and contemplate, if no one talks to me, because there's some odd people, as you know, in saunas.
Yeah. So, we've talked about that on this.
Yeah. Many times.
Yeah, so as long as no one's talking, I can sit there and just analyse my problems for the day.
Okay.
That's quite nice.
So that's all right, yeah. Okay. Or if I don't go, I normally hop in the bath and look up at my sky. And now I just have to remind myself that the tiles ain't come off the roof and it is make-believe sky.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
It is very realistic.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's good. And I'll tell you where else they have them, for some reason. Yeah?
Yeah.
You have to go for an MRI scan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do, actually.
Yeah. Well, every MRI scan I've ever had, they've got the sky, or it might be trees. Mm. Yeah. But they've got the same ceilings. So it must be something. So when you're having your MRI scan.
So what you're saying is you having a bath reminds you of having an MRI scan now?
Say again?
It doesn't sound that relaxing. Having a bath reminds you of having an MRI scan.
Oh, you broke up again now, Joe. Some cheap saying about MRI scan.
Yeah, don't worry. It was just a joke that we'll be fine on the podcast.
It was good.
We don't need to.
Right. Yeah. No, as long as we weren't making fun of your old dad.
No, I wasn't. Also, just one last thing that we're going to ask you about before we go. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but my dad's now got Instagram, but he doesn't want people following him, so I'm not going to give it out. But he he's been watching me on Instagram, and he says that he's worried that there's a darkness inside me.
Yeah, because all that Instagram carry on, what you go on. And you say things like, oh, you know, I've had a bad day. And yeah,
because my car broke down in Crewe. I mean, that's fine.
And then you've got your sunken eyes on and all that. And I think...
No, they're just the eyes you gave me.
I didn't go to the supermarket and buy them, did I? I didn't give you them, did I? That's just... I might have created, well, I've only created one, and your mum done the other one, I suppose. I don't know how it works, but...
I think it's from your years of working in places with a lot of asbestos before I was born.
A lot of asbestos?
Well,
right?
In all the buildings you worked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that probably, has contributed to me looking the way I look.
What, with your sullen, sunken
eyes?
Eyes?
And pasty face.
Yeah, but they're not always unhappy eyes, are they? It's when you go on that Instagram. Yeah, so...
Get rid of social media, that's what he's saying.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, it's no good to man or beast.
It's no good to man or beast, no. He's completely gone now. Where have you gone? He's gone.
Okay, well, that was lovely.
Let's get him in as an actual guest. He'll turn up.
Yeah. Imagine he didn't. Imagine he can't.
Imagine if that's how he disowned me. Okay, well, I think that's about all we've got time for
Well, it's
today.
been a lovely episode.
It's been a lovely episode.
What a nice way
Even
to
better than
finish
having
it off.
some like famous person on. Yeah. He's coming soon. But if he doesn't, then then we all know what he's like.
He might have not double booked and just been like, I don't know.
No, because he did say I could squeeze you in Monday afternoon, and I said, H, I'm busy.
Right.
So.
Can't believe we revealed who it was.
Anyway, if you've enjoyed the podcast, please do hit the subscribe button on YouTube or rate us on Spotify or iTunes. And don't forget to come and check me out on tour. Hopefully, Bilal will be the support act on most of the dates that need a support act. Woo. And you can find all of my tour dates on the Linktree. But the tour is happening now, so please come along and see me. I'm very proud of this show, and I'd love to see you. And if you come and talk to me afterwards, unless you're buying something from me, I will ignore you.
Thank you so much, everybody. I got a bunch of work in progress shows that I'll stick on my Instagram if you find me there. But also, a subscribe on our YouTube is free to do, and we need to get to 1,000. That's a big deal for us. We're getting closer,
We're nearly there. Thanks to Richard Herring, who did come on the podcast.
Yeah.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.